And as the growing season advances, crop nutrition is top of mind for farmers. We now want to take a look at soybean management and how practices have evolved over the years. Fred Nichols with Huma joins us now with his takes. Appreciate your time again this morning, Fred, because of course we've seen a number of management shifts over time. So how has soybean nutrition evolved?
Yeah, I've been involved in farming my entire life, whether it's a farmer myself or on the agribusiness side. And I don't think I've ever seen a bigger transformation that we're doing in soybeans. I mean, the rotational crop, it used to be the ultimate sidekick, right? And so nutritionally, you would, apply in central Illinois, at least where I farmed, you would apply some potash in the fall, and then you'd plant in the spring, and then you'd battle weeds. And there wasn't a whole lot to the nutrition side. In fact, in some cases, you would see farmers over apply the potash the fall before corn, and then not have to be able to skip a spinner application the following fall. So then that nutrition would be there for like 18 months, right? We have come a dramatic way since then. Right now we're looking at micronutrients, we're looking at intense management, tissue samples. We're planting soybeans earlier, so that's changing the nutritional spectrum. So yeah, it's a whole different world, and companies like myself that are in the fertilizer business have changed and adapted, and now soybeans are a significant crop for us.
Yeah, I think if you talk to any farmer, I mean, how they farmed and their management skills from 5 years ago is probably different from today based on so many different factors. So I'm also curious, how has this year been impacted?
Yeah, so that farm, that study that came out from the Farm Bureau that mentioned that 70% of farmers could not afford enough fertilizer, right? That's impacted everybody, and particularly soybeans. I think a lot of farmers are looking at a wait and see approach. And but now we've waited and we're seeing, based on the recent report that I've seen, about 2/3 of the soybean crop is viewed as good to excellent. We know that planting was ahead of schedule, flowering's ahead of schedule. So we think there's some yield potential out there right now that people can still go out and capitalize on, and if farmers have an opportunity to go from a low 80s yield to upper 80s to 90s, yeah, they're going to want to cash in on that.
Definitely any way to turn a profit, especially this year, as you're kind of talking about there. And we get an acreage report tomorrow. We're kind of expecting to see a shift where a lot of our corn and soybean farmers probably planting and looking at a lot more soybeans this year. So I'm kind of curious, as we wrap up, what are the opportunities for farmers? How is your Huma team kind of gearing up for those opportunities?
Yeah, thanks for asking. So, foliar fertilizers have really, made a big impact here recently. And, it used to be that, we know that potassium is the driving nutrient for soybeans. But potash, of course, is seen as the benchmark for that. But there's some really good foliar products out there that can do just as good, if not better job. In fact, in our case, we've got some carbon-based products. We've got a super potassium product that's a 0040, so it's 1 gallon of product is 40 units of potassium. And the beauty of it is it can get inside that leaf tissue within 1 hour. So not only does it give you the ultra efficient nutrition that you need, but in addition to that, it also helps with rain fast, right? Because the last thing you want to do is be applying a nutrient in the morning and then having a shower pop up, and then you're in peril or risk in the afternoon. So this eliminates that. So yeah, big opportunities there on the foliar sprays.
Well, you keep yourself busy, Fred, with helping other farmers with their management styles, but also farming yourself. So we appreciate you taking some time this morning to chat with us again. That's Huma Chief Sales and Marketing Officer Fred Nichols.